Good afternoon, welcome to VANIKIAS. We'll start discussing environment MCQs. And first question is regarding eutrophication. Eutrophication of a water body is necessarily involves gradual heating of the water body, inflow of nutrients in the water body, calcification of bed deposits. Which of the following statements are right? Okay. What is eutrophication actually? It is inflow of nutrients to water body because of surface runoff or um, different processes. When nutrients get included in a water bodies, what happens? The aquatic plants they develops, actually develops, or what that we call as algal bloom. Eutrophication is associated with algal bloom as well. In the process of algal bloom, the aquatic plants and biodiversity they increases because nutrients are included in the water body. So here only true only is the answer. Okay, this eutrophication leads to what? Eutrophication leads to algal bloom, right? And when algal bloom occurs, after some time those species of plants they die. Algal bloom, that is then plant species die after some time. So a huge amount of algae, when they die, they decompose oxygen. They decompose oxygen, and this decomposition of oxygen, this led to when oxygen get decomposed, this led to this oxygen decomposition. This led to biological oxygen demand (BOD) rises. Biological oxygen demand rises (BOD) or biological oxygen demand that increases. Okay, because of eutrophication. So the oxygen is increased. BOD is called as biological oxygen demand. Biological oxygen demand. So demand of biological oxygen, demand of oxygen increases, and that led to depletion of oxygen. And when depletion of oxygen occurs, dissolved oxygen occurs, that become difficult for the aquatic species to survive. Next question. The pyramid of energy in an ecosystem is always upright. Pyramid of energy in an ecosystem is always upright because the continuous loss of energy due to metabolic activity puts how much energy is available to the higher trophic levels. There is a loss of energy at each trophic level in being transferred to the higher trophic level. Which of the following statements are incorrect? The question is incorrect. Here both the statements are correct. Continuous loss of energy due to metabolic activity puts limit on how much energy is available to the higher trophic level. Trophic, so these are trophic level. Primary production, then secondary, then primary consumer, right? Then secondary consumer, then tertiary consumer. Okay, these are producers. So suppose here 1000 joule comes, here it become 10%, 100 joule, then 1, then 10 joule. Here it will get what 1 joule, 10% loss. So each successive table levels, around 90% of energy is reduced. It only 10% of energy is transferred to higher trophic level. So there is a loss of trophic energy in each trophic level transferred to the higher trophic level. This is also right. So here none of these are incorrect. None of these are incorrect. Next question. Usually high biodiversity is witnessed in ecotones. This is because which one of the following? Ecotone is a junction between two or more diverse ecosystems. An ecotone has high primary productivity among all the ecosystem. Which of the above is incorrect regarding ecotone? Okay, ecosystem has higher, an ecotone has higher primary productivity among all the ecosystems. No, it's not all the ecosystem. This is wrong. Whenever you see the options, all the analysis of these statements are wrong. In case of tropical rainforest, you will see high biodiversity, not near the ecotone. So, next is ecotone is junction between two or more diverse ecosystem. Ecotone is junction between two or more diverse ecosystem. Yes, first rule this statement is right. So it is incorrect. The question is asked. Two only is the incorrect statement. What do you understand by ecological footprint? A degree of impairment into an ecosystem which when surpassed is too severe to allow recovery of that ecosystem. The way in which ecological agents reveal their preferences through ecological activity. An index of an area of productive ecosystem required to produce resources is used to assimilate the waste produced in definite population. Non-monetary assessment of ecosystem integrity, health, or resilience. Generally, what is the answer? What do you mean by ecological footprint? So, it is an index, that index of the area of a productive ecosystem required to produce the resources used to assimilate the waste produced by different population. That is ecological footprint, right? So, in a particular area, there is a particular amount of resource is used, and to assimilate the waste that is produced by a defined population, you need a productive area, right? So when that means that when in a particular area huge amount of people they start staying, then that will become environmentally unsustainable because the waste generated that cannot be decomposed by the nature itself. The example is urban areas or metropolitan cities, right? Urban areas or metropolitan cities where we see the problem of sewage. So C is the answer, ecological footprint. Degree of impairment to an ecosystem, which when surprise is too severe to allow recovery to that. This is carrying capacity. This is carrying capacity. So C is the answer here. Which of these are non-biodegradable materials? Woolen cloth, synthetic fibers, glass objects, silver foil. Silver foil. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. 1, 2, 3. Non-biodegradable materials. That non-biodegradable materials means when that is not, that will not be degraded by the nature. Okay. So here all, so generally all those which is not non-biodegradable materials, silver foil, glass objects, synthetic fibers. These three, these are not 2, 3, 4. These are not biodegradable materials. Sorry, silver foil can be biodegradable. So this glass and synthetic fibers, right? These are not biodegradable materials. Silver foil. Synthetic fibers are not biodegradable materials. Silver foil also not biodegradable materials. Or for example, or with glass. Glass is also uh, not biodegradable material. So here 2, 3, 4 will be the answer. Yes, silver foil is not a biodegradable material. So 2, 3, 4 is the answer. Okay. Consider the following statements. The thick brown or the black substance that remains after most of the organic litter has decomposed is called humus. The thick brown or black surface that remains after most of the organic litter has decomposed is called humus. Earthworms often help mix humus with minerals in the oil. Humus contains many useful nutrients for healthy soil. One of the most important is nitrogen, right? So, what will be the right answer? What are the statements are correct? Answer is about correct. So, thick brown and a black substance, it is called as humus. First statement is right, decomposed by earth, and earthworm helps in to mix the humus. Then, humus contain many useful nutrients for healthy soil. One of the most important is nitrogen. Right? Nitrogen is one of the most important. So both the statements are correct with respect to humus. Mangrove forests can be found in which of the following deltas? Ganga Brahmaputra deltas, Mahanadi deltas, Godavari delta, Krishna Kaveri, Krishna and Godavari delta, and Krishna delta. Where we see uh, mangrove deltas, here all of them are right. Ganga Brahmaputra, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna. So 1, 2, 3, 4, all of them are right. Okay. Mangroves are very important. Henthal worms, they are also called as, they are generated near the coastal areas, right? They protect the coastal areas from floods or the high tides. They are also the harbor of uh, many important species in the aquatic environment. They are the ecotone between the joint areas or the ecotone between the oceanic ecosystem and territorial ecosystem, terrestrial ecosystem, ocean ecosystem and terrestrial ecosystem. They are the joint areas. The report assessment of Indian climate over climate change for Indian region have been released by which of the following area? That is assessment of climate change over Indian region. It's a report. Obviously, all others here, yeah, they are yes, Ministry of Earth Sciences or Ministry of the climate change over Indian region. This is released by Ministry of Earth Sciences. D is the answer. With reference to Zoological Survey of India, consider the following statements. It was established to promote survey exploration and research in the field of wildlife of India. It conducts tiger census every 4 years. Tiger census every 4 years. Zoological Survey of India. Why it will conduct tiger census? Tiger census is done by NTCA. Right. So second statement is obviously wrong. Second statement is obviously wrong. So fast statement was established to promote survey, exploration, research in the field of wildlife in India. The fast statement is right. So one only is the answer. Next, mutualism, amensalism, and competition. Which of the following statements are right? Mutualism means both species get benefited. This is right, mutualism. Amens species both no amens it is not both species are not affected. Amensalism when one species get how one species get uh, adverse effect occurs in one for one species and other species is unaffected. An example of amensalism means the presence of a big tree, small tree near a big tree. So here this is not affected, but the presence of big tree is uh, causes an adverse effect on the growth of the small tree. So that is amensalism. Competition when both species get disadvantages, that is competition. So 1 and 3 options are right. So B is the answer. A phenomenon where the top consumer predator controls the primary consumer population is called as predation cycles, parasitism, interspecies competition, or trophic cascades. The phenomenon when the top consumer predator controls the primary consumer population, right? Primary consumer population, that is called as trophic cascades. Trophic cascades. So D is the answer. It is a situation in which the top predator controls the primary product consumer population. Parasitism in both species get disadvantaged, adverse effect on each other. Next, which one of the following statements regarding photic and aphotic zone of aquatic ecosystem is correct? Photic zone means those areas in which sunlight comes. Aphotic zone means where there is no sunlight. So, what are the following statements? Which of the following statements is correct option? Photic zone is the upper layer of the aquatic ecosystem. Only photosynthesis, not respiration, takes place in the photic zone. Aphotic zone is photic zone is the upper layer of the aquatic species, right? Only photosynthesis, not respiration, takes place uh, in the photic zone. Aphotic zone is a region of oxygen consumption. Which of the following statements? The question is which of the following statements are incorrect, right? Which of the following statements are okay? Oh, sorry. This is question order incorrect. So yes, which of the following statements are incorrect? Two only photosynthesis, not respiration. This is wrong. In aphotic zone, region of oxygen consumption, yes, you will find some species that will consume, the external oxygen consumption will occur. So one and two options are right. So what is wrong? Wrong is two only is the wrong answer. Incorrect is the two only. So answer is A. With reference to ecological succession, which of the following is the correct sequence in the development of gerosia? Lichen, moss, herb, shrub, moss, shrub, herb, lichen, shrub, moss, herb. Ecological succession. Ecological succession. So generally, what happens? Uh, it is fast. It will lichen. After the uh, species extinction occurs, lichen will form, then moss, then herb, then shrub. So past statement is the right sequence from in the development of geosphere. Okay, you may read the topic of ecological succession, which is very important. So A is the answer. Match the list 1 and list 2 using the correct code. Higam Wetland Conservation System, Pala Wetland Tamil Nadu, Nunda Lake Jammu and Kashmir, Gulf of Mana Marine Resource of Marine Biosphere Reserve. Right. This is wrong. This is wrong, obviously. Gulf of Mannar. Okay. List 1 and list 2. Obviously, Gulf of Mana, that is Tamil Nadu. Next, Higam Wetland Conservation, this is Jammu and Kashmir. Nanda Lake, this is Goa. Pala Wetland, this is in Mizoram. So C is the answer. A3, yes, A3. B4, C1, D2. So C option is the right option. Which of the following is an artificial ecosystem? Rice field, forest, grassland, and lake. Artificial ecosystem. It is rice field because we cultivate obviously race, grassland, forest, and lake. They are natural ecosystems. They are natural ecosystem. The measurement of ecological footprint is called as global hectare, nanometer, Hawks cubic foot, cubic ton. Ecological footprint, that is global hectares. Global hectare is the measure of unit of ecological footprint. We have already discussed what is the ecological footprint, right? The area, the index of area within which, based on number of population, how much waste can be absorbed by those area. That is ecological. What is ecological footprint, or the unit of measuring ecological footprint is global hectare. Which of the following substances can cause biomagnification? Biomagnification means how much number of biomagnification, that means uh, deposition of various materials, right? Toxic elements at higher level. And because of the process of biomagnification, we know that at each trophic level, the deposition of biomass is higher. Right? The deposition of biomass is high. So here, at each trophic level, deposition of biomass is very high. Higher concentration. So concentration will increase at each trophic level. So here, that is called a biomagnification. The mercury, sulfur dioxide, polychlorinated biphenyls, all can cause the biomagnification because all of them are toxic substances. Consider the following statements. Land degradation neutrality (LDN) fund is managed by a private sector investment management firm. Earth Overshoot Day is calculated by the Global Footprint Network and the World Wildlife Fund of Nature (WWF). Earth Overshoot Day, which of the following statements are incorrect? Land degradation neutrality is fund managed by public sector investment management firm. This is right. Earth Overshoot Day is calculated by Global Footprint or Network and Wildlife Fund for Nature. This is also correct. Both are right. So neither one nor two is incorrect. Then consider the following pairs: water conservation system region. Khatri is Western Himalayas, Johat Ladakh, Keri Deccan Plateau, and um, Zing Central India. Which of the following water conservations are right? One and two, only three options are right. Right? One of three options are right here in case of. Then Jing water system. Jing water system that are found in Ladakh. Zing, you can, from the name you can identify it is found in Ladakh. One, two, three. So one and three options are right. These are water conservation system. Odisha government has launched Chhatta scheme for rainwater harvesting. Chhatta scheme for rainwater harvesting. The gas is a the gas is a long irritant and can lead to an acute respiratory disease in children. is toxic to living tissues, harmful to various textile fibers and metal. It produces an irritant, red haze in the traffic and congested places. Which gas is being described in the above paragraph? It is sulfur dioxide or nitrogen oxide or ammonia or carbon monoxide. Long irritant. One is long irritant can lead to acute respiratory diseases in children. Harmful to various textile fibers, metal. Red haze in the traffic, irritant places. So it is nitrogen dioxide. There are properties of nitrogen dioxide. D is the answer. Which of the following examples is a lotic water ecosystem? Lotic water ecosystem, rivers, spring, creeks, and marshes. Marshes. What is lotic water ecosystem? So whenever the water is flowing, it is called as lotic water system. When it is not do not flow, it is called as lentic water ecosystem. So lotic is rivers, springs, and creeks. These are lotic water system that flows, and lentic water system select that is Mars. This is the Marshes where it is usually rest. Is called as lentic water system. So A is the answer. Which of the following ecosystem covers a largest area of the Earth's surface? Desert ecosystem, grassland ecosystem, mountain ecosystem, or marine ecosystem? Largest area of the Earth's surface. Obviously, largest area it is the marine ecosystem. 3/4 of area marine ecosystem is the largest area on the Earth's surface. Which of the following has the largest population in a food chain? Producers, primary consumers, secondary consumers, decomposers. Largest population. Largest population. Which is spelling largest population? Obviously, it is the microorganisms or the decomposers. They decompose. It refers to the degradation of detritus into simple organic substances. It is transformation of larva into full-grown insects. It is act of consumption of another individual of the same species. Which of the following best describes catabolism? Okay. Yes. So catabolism. Catabolism. Which of the following statements that best describes catabolism? It is the degradation of detritus into simpler organic inorganic substances is called as catabolism. So A is the answer. In the context of biodiversity in India, which one of the following species is not an invasive alien species? Water hyacinth is an invasive species. We know that water hyacinth, right? Then carrot grass, African catfish. These all are invasive alien species. Red hibiscus is not invasive. In what do you mean by invasive species? When they enter a particular ecosystem, they dominate over all of the species and they only survive in that species. They are called invasive species. Invasive species is threat to biodiversity. Invasive species is threat to biodiversity. In the context of environment and ecology, standing crop. What do you mean by standing crop? The mass living material at a particular time at any trophic level is called a standing crop or a community of hops and shrubs. A growing crop ready for a harvest the mass of inorganic nutrients found in an ecosystem. Standing crop means the mass of living material at a particular time at any trophic level is called as standing crop. Living material at a particular time at any trophic level is called as standing crop. Not in the whole ecosystem, in a particular trophic level. Consider the following statements with reference to International Day for Disaster Reduction. It is observed in 13th October to promote global culture, risk awareness of disaster reduction. The International Day for Disaster Reduction was started in 1989. The theme for 2020 edition is reduce disaster damage to critical infrastructure and disruption of basic services. So, what is about International Day for Disaster Reduction? Yes. 13th October to promote global culture. It was started in 1989. This is also right. Then what is the theme? Theme is not this. Theme was substantially substantially increase the availability of and access to multi-hazard early warning system. Early warning system and disaster risk and early action. The theme is early. No, this is not theme is theme is generally you can sort it early warning and early action for all. Early warning and early action for all is the theme of International Day of Disaster Risk Reduction. The tribal community of Rajasthan is considered the first environmentalists in the world. They remove living insects from firewood before burning. They never cut trees and wait for trees to die. on their own or fall down during the storms. Wildlife like chinkar and black balls are freely in their settlements. Move freely in their settlements. So, who of the which of the followings described in the given passage? This is the Bisnoy community. They are the protector of black box. So they are the Bisnoy community. They are protectors of black box. So C is the answer. Krishna Saravadism. In a given food chain in terrestrial ecosystem, an animal which is strictly herbivore will necessarily be classified as primary producer, terrestrial, tertiary consumer, secondary consumer, and primary consumer. In a given food chain of a terrestrial ecosystem, animal which is strictly herbivore, herbivorous animal, that will be classified. Herbivorous animal will be classified as primary consumer. Yes, it will be classified as primary consumer. The primary producer will be the autotrophs or the plants or trees. Secondary consumer, for example, primary consumer is goat, secondary consumer is man, right? Tertiary consumer is tiger, tertiary consumer. So these are the different types of. Next, which of the following statements is true about bionomics? True about bionomics, it means management of life. It is just synonymous with ecology. It stresses on the value of natural ecosystem which influence human life. Which of the following statements is correct regarding bionomics? It means management of life. No, it's not management of life. So the first statement is wrong. Then it is synonymous of ecology. Yes, this is right. Right. And stresses on the value of natural ecosystem which influence human life. Also right. Bionomics means it is the study of organisms. Study of organisms in their natural habitat. In their natural habitat, study of organism is called as bionomics. So 2 and 3 options are right. Who is the author of Too Much Biodiversity? Vandana Shiva, Vikesh Sharma, M.S. Swaminathan, or Medha Patekar? Tomorrow's Biodiversity, the author is Vandana Shiva. Vandana Shiva is the author of Tomorrow's Biodiversity. Then consider the following statements. In India, red panda is naturally found in the western Himalayas only. In India, slow loris river lives in the dense forest of northeast. Uh, which of the following statements are correct? Just a second. Red panda is naturally found in the western Himalayas only. This is wrong. Because there is only, it's also found in the West Bengal region, so this is wrong. In Newra National Park, that is also found. So past statement is wrong. And in West Bengal, right? Then in India, slow Loris lives in the dense forest of northeast. This is right. So second statement is right option. 2 only is the right answer. Neuravali, let's start. Neuravali, that is in West Bengal. The use of living organisms to degrade environmental pollutant. The use of living organism to degrade environmental pollutant is called micromediation, biomining, bioremediation, bioaugmentation. It is bioremediation. The use of living organisms to degrade environmental pollutant is called as bioremediation. So C is the answer. For example, in case of oily japper, in case of oil spill in mm, oil spill in case of your sea, there is bioremediation is used. Which of the following have coral reefs? Andaman Nicobar Island, Gulf of Kutch, Gulf of Manus, Sundarban. Tell you the correct answer using the given code. Using the code given below. Coral reefs. Coral reefs is found in which region especially? It is found in, yes, it is found in Andaman Nicobar, right? Gulf of Kutch, Gulf of Manus. This is also right. Not in Sundarban actually. We see mangroves in Sundarban, not the coral reefs. So these three are right. 1 to 3 of the statements are 1 to 3 options are right. In Sundarban, we see mangroves in Sundarban. Okay. Concerning the chains in the ecosystem, consider the following statements. A food chain illustrates the order in which chain of organisms feeds upon each other. Food chain are found within population of species. A food chain illustrates the number of organisms which eaten by others. What is food chain? Food chain illustrates chain of organisms which feeds upon each other. For example, primary, then first is suppose primary producer, then primary consumer, then secondary consumer, then tertiary consumer. These are food chain. So one only is the answer. Food chains are found in population of species. No. Illustrates number of organisms. No, there is no mention of number of organisms in food chain. So one only is the answer. So for today, the lectures ends here, and like and share, then subscribe to VANIKIAS. Thank you.